And so you can tell just by looking at it that it's like a conglomerate of a bunch of stuff. As far as so then I hate going to sleep, so it's on the wiki page just yesterday.
Okay.
So then I went to the official page and I saw that a new set is coming out today. That's really weird. What's also weird is that it's the first time I've ever seen the special edition of a set come out. So this is the regular set that just came out recently. This is the first time in DMR right here that we've ever seen a special edition come out. A very slight difference, DMR 08 versus DMR 08S. And so what that means is that this pack is magically the cost of 2 packs in one. So this is like all other DMR sets. This one's usually about 157, 150, depending where you go. This doubles the price, so we're now at 315 yen per pack. It's basically the same thing, except so this one is 69 cards versus the old set 62. So that means there's 7 extra cards. What are those 7 extra cards? Well, so a couple things that make this set a little bit more expensive, and by a little I mean a lot. Each pack is guaranteed 1 foil, and you're given an extra card per pack. So each pack has 6 cards. But so it's the same exact set, just you get these extra bonus extra cards. And by extra cards, I mean card, singular, so you just get 1. And if you look here in the fine print, it looks like foil. In this subset of foil, of 7 cards, 5 are foil. Reprints of, I would assume, promo cards. Just from glancing over the wiki, I saw a familiar foil, Jin-looking face, but it lists 2 cards, which seem to be debuts. Let's see what we get, shall we? Okay, wow, just opening this, I'm noticing, see how the light sort of hits a bit of it? The edges are just slightly bent. I'm not terribly into, like, hardcore collecting or anything like that. I use the cards to play, so it doesn't really bother me, but if I were a serious collector, this would be problematic, I'm sure. So kind of annoying, but a sleeve will take care of it, so, whatever. Oh, nice! Check it out! Oh, boom! Check it out! This is the one, I just saw this dude on the wiki page, and I'm like, dude, that looks like the Jin, right? But it's a different artist. But look at that, full boom, look at that, that is insane. I had mixed emotions that this card was in the set, because I'm like, first, the super cool special card that I got from that comic book that I didn't even read, didn't really care for. Now everyone can get this card, which is kind of a ripoff. But, I mean, look at that, this is a beautiful looking card. Well, look at that. It's beautiful. And, I mean, I'm sure it looks good on film, but in person, it looks amazing. And they used a new foil treatment, a different foil treatment for this card. It's not like the other foils that have been so far just basically the mode change episode 2 version with the circle of the rings. It's like a clean sheet of foil with the Duel Masters DM dragon. I don't know if you noticed this, but this blew my mind. This dragon logo thing, if you look at it, it's actually in the shape of DM. So it's got that faintly in foil. The creature itself is superimposed on the foil. So it's not reflective, except parts of it are. Oh, that's cool. So the jewels of the creature are, but everything else is like colored on. You see here it's card 6 of 7 of the special bonus extra cards. So this turns heads every time I play this card against someone who hasn't seen it before. So maybe it'll lose some of that wow factor now that it's more widely available, which is kind of a ripoff. The magazine costs 550 yen, so it's essentially buying a card for that much. So now it's slightly cheaper at 315, but it's going to be random. You're not guaranteed to get it. Also, you can check the earlier video for more information than you'll ever need on the card. But it's a 4-cost evolution, evolves on a red or blue creature, 6,000 power, double breaker. When it comes into play, draw a card. When it attacks, draw a card. Beautiful, wonderful, excellent card. Alright, let's get to the regular stuff, shall we? Okay, next card. Alright, we got Tamo Toko, which is a Hedrian, and so you can tell just by looking at it that it's like a conglomerate of a bunch of stuff, so you know it's a Hedrian. But this is pretty cool. It's like a ball, and its most prominent ball here is a football, like a U.S. football, that is. And of course the head is a baseball, because people love baseball here in Japan. Love it. So what this guy is, he's a Slayer, which is cool. 4 cost, a little expensive there. 2,000 power. When this guy dies, your opponent discards a card at random. Minaide. Next card. This is Aqua Study. He's a 4-cost liquid people in that academic sort of tribe. 4,000 power. He's a blocker. No reminder text on the blocker. You'll see the earlier video for why that's significant. This creature cannot attack. When this creature blocks, play Gajinko Judge. If you win, bounce the opposing creature. And then, real quick, a fun fact that isn't really fun. They've changed the wording on the bounce effect. Usually it's return a creature to its owner's hand. But here it just says return your opponent's creature to his hand. You may, of course. It's optional. So what that means is like they're assuming that there's no control altering cards. They're kind of indicating that that's not a possibility, so you'll never ever be able to take control of an opposing creature, so that you don't have to make the distinction between owner and controller. That's a fine little distinction there, but not really fun, I told you. Next card. Alright, here's a sweet little card, 3 cost. It's a humanoid alien hunter. You'll see Yami Michael often has an issue with these Oni creatures because they're like ogres. What are they? All of these hunter-alien hybrid guys that are also human fall into that ogre tribe. I like them. I think they're really well done. And this one's really cool too. So, alright, so what this guy does is 3 cost, 2,000 power. When he comes into play, you can destroy one of your opponent's blockers. And that's pretty cool. Blockers, at least around here, blockers are just everywhere. So I'm looking for, I was literally, just before this video, I was literally looking through stuff. Next card, stuff that can kill blockers. And so this is a cool little card from DMR 03. Shield trigger, you can destroy a blocker, and if you have a light or water creature in your battle zone, you can draw a card too. This is actually, I'm thinking about doing a video of things that you might expect when they do the Kaijudo block dedicated to multicolor, and this is an effect I think you could probably see in that sort of introductory to multicolored card. I was thinking about doing that because we recently had a block about multicolor, so I'm thinking Kaijudo is going to be looking to that recently passed multicolor block for inspiration on things that went well, things that they can use, things to avoid, and this is a pretty basic, simple effect of multicolor that encourages multicolored play, but it's not overwhelming, so this I think might be a nice little supporter mechanic because there's a whole cycle of these cards. They do something, and then they do something more, like in this case draw a card, if you have an enemy color in the battle zone. You'll see Magic the Gathering is actually drifting away from the sort of inherently non-encouraging of enemy colors and encouraging of ally color pairings. Magic has said that they're actually going to be stepping away from that old model. Maybe Kaijudo will follow that route. Maybe they'll do the traditional Magic route of encouraging allied colors and making it slightly harder to play enemy colors. But this is an example of a super easy to do mechanic, and it also encourages enemy pairings, because this is a red card that cares about blue and white cards, but they could easily just make it a red card that cares about black and green cards. So this is easily a mechanic to look out for, though, that could easily pop up in the upcoming Kaijudo block. So maybe if you want to see maybe what mechanics we had in our recent block, maybe we can do that for you. Anyway, next card. This guy we had before. I didn't explain what Guardman was in the last video though. So Guardman is basically blocker, except it only blocks if they're attacking a creature. So if they're attacking your face, you can't do anything. But if they're attacking a creature, you can tap this guy and intercept the attack. When he's tapped, your opponent must attack this guy. So he can block and then basically shield you, because when he's tapped, all your dudes must run into his 8,000 body. Next card. And then this guy's 4 cost, 3,000, blocker, can't attack. And when he comes into play, you mill yourself 3, so take the top 3 cards of your deck, put it into your graveyard, and then take a creature from your graveyard, put it in your hand. And he's a guardian, 3,000 power. And the reason why there's so many guardians in this set is because the victory creature, one of them, that we actually saw in the previous video, that guy is a guardian, and he evolves on guardians. So that's why there's an extra amount of guardians in the set, and a lot of black ones too, which is also story important, but you can figure out why. Was that worth the cost of 2 packs in one? I'm not sure, but I was super excited when I pulled this foil Jin guy. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty exciting, pretty cool. Not sure if it's worth 350 yen, but I tell you what, did buy 2 packs. Anyway, so
I'ma buy you a drink. I got money in the bank.
let's see if we can get this done in one day, or at least in a couple hours. So hopefully we can get this done relatively quickly. So here we go. Now we edit. Here we go.